Hi, this is Andy from Fliweel.tech. I want to use this time to show you Flywheel ATS. This is our applicant tracking system product, perfect for HR teams and, in particular, the recruitment application process that you may have on your as part of your HR process. So, when you're looking to hire candidates, this will help automate all of the back office processes required to capture applicants and then store them and organize them through the different pipeline stages that you have. So I've just logged into Flywheel ATS, and you'll see here this is kind of the home page, and you'll see on the left we have a few different options. We have the Flywheel ATS homepage. We've got the jobs inbox, talent pools, calendar, report settings, and then notification support, and then your login details. So once you've logged in, you'll come and land on this page. And this is the jobs page, hence the title. And what you'll actually have here is all of your active jobs that you have available. And I'll show you how we make one of those. But right now, you'll see we've got HR assistant. So let's just go ahead and imagine that we are creating a new job that we would like to list and as an opening for our company. So I click add new and I click job. And let's say I want to hire a finance manager, for example. So let's just say it's a finance assistant. So I'll select that, and what will actually it will do is the AI backend system allows you to also will not only pre-populate a job description, but it will also enable you to play around with AI, generative AI, so it will can produce and improve the type of job description that you need. We can also assign it to a particular team. So if you've got a finance team or finance manager, management team, or hiring managers, you can also put that in there, or you can just leave that blank. Then once you've adjusted all of the job description, you will also be able to type in your salary. Let's say, I don't know, 30,000 to 50,000 GBP. Just note that on here, you should be able to see all the different currencies. So if you are in the UK, we'll use GBP, US, we have USD and so forth. And then we can state also the unit. So this is per annum or per year. And if you scroll down, we've got other fields here as well. So is it what type of employment is it? Is it full time? Is it freelancer, contract role? Maybe it's an office based location, hybrid or remote. And then lastly, what is the office location? So we've just put Flywheel Tech in there, but you would obviously have in your settings a fixed office location or set of locations which you can select from. So if you had another location, you can of course select add a new location. However, we'll just put it for Flywheel.tech. You may want to add some custom fields in here as well. So perhaps you want information about whether they have a driving license, right, or whether they are particular. There's particular requirements for the job, and that's mandatory to know on the front end. So you've got the ability to do single choice or multiple choice screening questions, so that you can almost filter out candidates that may not fit the bill in the early stages of the application. So I'll just remove that for now, and you'll see kind of all the details on the right, tips and tricks on how to get about and create a very effective job listing. Once we're good with that, we click continue. And what you'll see here is the ability to post it on your free job board listing. So we've got this connected to a number of different listings, free job boards, as well as some that might be paid. But what you'll see here, we've got Google Jobs, Indeed, Monster, ZipRecruiter, all of your very popular and common job boards that are free, so that you can list them automatically. And so once you've actually clicked publish now, you will immediately have the ability to push that straight into these different platforms. I'm going to just switch them off just for the purposes of this demo. And you can clearly should be able to clearly see here you've got control, right? You can see that maybe you only want to post on certain sites. Maybe you're selective on which sites you put it on, or you can just go for all and you want to, ideally select, get as big a pool of candidates as possible. So you've got an option here of publish now or save to draft. Maybe you're not ready to publish yet. You still need to fill out the job description or you haven't finalized the salary information. But yeah, once you've done that, let's say you publish now. It says then please select a team. So okay, we'll go to the general team. So that's just general staff and all staff. Once I've done that, I can then I'm going to just deselect these again. It seems like I may have not may have reselected them, and I click publish now. And then you have another page that comes up, premium job board listing. So actually what you can do is use your premium subscription to post. Maybe you want to boost on a particular site here. So if you want to promote on Job Rapido, Indeed or LinkedIn, you've got the ability to do that. We'll skip that for now. But what you'll see here suddenly is that you'll have a link to the job and also the link to an email address as well. And what's powerful about this as well is that you could put this link onto any job listing sites or platforms. So it's very easy for an applicant can just go straight to this page, and I'll show you what the careers page looks like in a second. And also, if you want to just send over the candidates to send candidates to your job via email, they can use this email, and that will take them straight to the once they've submitted their CV into it, it will go straight into our system, into the Fliweel ATS system as well. You've also got the ability to push on social media as well, your listings, if you want to promote that. So that's kind of the process in how you would set up adding a new role on your career site. Now let's go to the career site, and I'm just going to close out, and I've just copied the careers page, and then I will paste that, and I'll just show you what this careers page looks like. It's not actually set up just yet, but what we'll do is I'll take you to the settings, and you'll be able to see here kind of all your backend settings that you'd like on here. So you can see I've put Fliweel's information here, all my teammates, who's in the teams. This is important because the general team might be, a set of managers in your group when you come to reviewing those applicants. Your locations are stored here, your billing, your audit log. And then we have here website embed. And what's interesting here is that you can take the widget and take a careers widget and drop it into the code of your careers site. And that will make it really powerful to connect your career site to this system. So the moment an applicant goes to your careers page or your vacancies page, they apply, the application will fall straight into Fliweel ATS, and you will be able to manage it into the system. What the front end looks like on your website is entirely customizable. So if you wanted to, lay it out like this, we've got the ability to edit that, brand colors, company logo, content sections, maybe even sections, social media as well. And if you'd like to do a custom domain, so for example, maybe I don't know, careers.flywheel.tech, I will be able to use that custom domain as well by using this third option here. It's a little bit more tricky to set up. We recommend using this one just to get started really quickly. Other good, interesting settings and powerful settings are the ability to switch on GDPR features. So on a single click, you'd have that consent confirmation in your application forms, so that candidates confirm they're happy for us to store their data. And then here we also have the privacy policy. So you may want to put your privacy policy link in here just to explain very clearly how you plan to process that data from a data privacy standpoint, and subject to the jurisdiction that you're in and the legal aspects of data privacy. Other features include well, you've got all your integrations into your job boards, but then you also see things like Slack, Zapier, very common across a lot of companies that want to use this tool and then feed integrations into or out of Flywheel ATS as well. So it's really powerful in that it can do integrations with a lot of different applications. And then event types, well, maybe not one for this demo, but essentially you can select and integrate this with your calendar. And you can then see how and when you are scheduling different interviews. And then we've got different templates for jobs, different templates, and we'll come to this in a second, for emails when it comes to the different stages, and we'll come to that in a sec. Pipelines, evaluation forms, and then questionnaires as well. And so when we go to, let's say, jobs, we've got the finance assistant role. You'll see here the number of candidates that have applied for this job. Well, obviously, we've just set up this job, so I'll go back to the other job, HR assistant, and just show you what it would look like. So let's say there's 2 applicants that have applied here for the HR assistant role. So it tells me in total up at the top the new candidates this week, total unseen, total candidates, and then total hired. We can also move some of these candidates onto the different stages of the pipeline. So you can see here we've got 5 preset stages. We've got the applied, the CV or resume sift. So this is the shortlisting process, the first round interview, and then the final stage interview, and then the offer. And what's interesting here is that you can actually look into the different applications within Flywheel ATS. So if I looked into Pam Hinley's application, I can see email, their phone number, what job they applied, when they applied, the source. So while I've just imported it for the purposes of the demo, you would actually see how and where that person applied and what stage they're at. You would also get information around, if they've added a cover letter, any sort of custom fields, social profiles in there as well. Again, as I've said, you've got this is just a demo, but we can also capture the activity. And so in this tab, you'd see all the activity being carried out by this particular candidate between us and them. The CV, so their uploaded CV would be fed into here, and you would get to see all the detail of the CV. That's obviously a fake CV. And then we can actually write emails directly from Flywheel ATS to this candidate. So if you wanted to write, thanks for your application, you could absolutely write that. Or perhaps you wanted to refer to a template email. So maybe you want to say you want to pick the application acknowledgement. You would actually have a preset set of emails that you could send directly to your candidate, and it just tells them, we've recognized that your application has been applied. And of course, this is customizable before you send that out. But once that's sent out, that's sent directly to this candidate within Flywheel ATS. You've also got events, evaluations. So events would be more about maybe you want to set up an interview. Evaluations is more about the criteria in your interview process, and you can have different levels of evaluations so that you can rate the experience and the qualified, whether a candidate is qualified for the role. And you can have multiple people evaluate. So maybe you want 3 people's opinions. Maybe there's 3 interviewers. You can have multiple interviewers who are actually evaluating, and you've got a total score there. So again, this hasn't been filled, but you've got the ability to do that here. And here's your general evaluation form, and maybe you've got a preset form. Does this candidate have the appropriate educational qualifications or training? And so this is the evaluation that you or an interviewer would fill in and answer those questions. This is obviously a pre-made one. You can customize this as well. Then maybe we have questionnaires. So maybe you want to pick up you've got a set of questions that you want to ask, and maybe it's about business examples or case studies. Give us an example when, and those questions might be filled in by the candidate. And then finally, we've got a send offer as well. And so you can start typing or upload your offer letter, and you can capture all of that in here and then send that directly over to the candidate. In here, we also have on the right-hand side internal notes. We also have the ability to tag, and then we've also got documents as well. And so if you're looking to add maybe identification document or certifications, we can also carry that through the course of this applicant's process through to the end of the pipeline as well. So that's the process. We can copy the candidate's profile. We're able to mark it as hired. We can move them from one stage to another. And we'll come to that in just a second. Right now, you'll see we've got 5 or 6 stages applied. Stage 2 is resume sift, as we said, first round, final round, and then offer. So we'll come to that in a second. You've got the ability to also change the profile. We've got the ability to download the CV again, disqualify it, or even delete perhaps the account, the applicant. This arrow just moves us through from one candidate to another, and so you're able to actually see the different candidates applying for that particular role. Okay, so we've done that. I want to show you another powerful thing that we can do here, which is actually the ability to build some automations as you go through the different stages. And so in edit pipeline, there's often some series of steps that you want to carry out that are very typical or frequent. So let's just say these are the different stages. We can even add more stages. But what's really powerful is that you can actually edit this and add rules. So let's say that we want to do a resume sift, and so we want to send an email, and that email is, an application acknowledgement. And so what that would do almost is automatically, when we pass that person through to that next stage into this second stage, which is we've sifted through and their CV or resume has been shortlisted, we can automatically then save this. And every time we pass a candidate through to the next stage, we can then they would automatically get an automated email saying, "Thank you, your CV is being reviewed and has been shortlisted." And so this little lightning bolt icon means that we have got a set of automations there. And so you've got the ability to do that more and more. You can add as many different pipelines as you wish. They're entirely customizable, and you've got different types of automation. So if I go back here and add another rule, you can add a note automatically, add some tags, add ratings, shortlist, unshortlist, request evaluation, send a questionnaire, disqualify, requalify, or permanently delete. And so it's really incredible in the way that you can, and powerful in the way that you want to customize your pipeline as different candidates go through the process. We've got the ability to filter. We've got the ability to boost candidates. To boost this candidate, we can actually do various things like publish on social media, send a job link. We can also apply email address or promote on job boards as well. Maybe want to manually add a candidate, that's this icon here. And then we can also do more customization there, edit the job, edit the pipeline, and so forth. So you can see, all in all, it's a very powerful process in that you can manage by role, by job opening, your different talent criteria as well. So that is, we've just covered off the launch of creating a profile and publishing that. Then we've got the process in which we start collecting those applicants and then pushing them through this different pipeline. Next up is we've got functionality in terms of inbox. So if we want to capture, send emails, or we've got the ability to have conversations directly with your candidates, you can do that through this. We've also got the ability to add people to certain talent pools. So let's say we've got, certain applicants in the past that may have not been selected, but you still might think that they would be a good applicant in the future. You can actually put them in a talent pool. Maybe it's for a particular role or a particular function or a particular skill set. There's different ways you can do that in this section here. We've also got the calendar, so you can see all the side-by-side opening job roles, and then also the ability to see what online interviews that you may have, or in-person interviews set up. And then we have reporting as well. So this is really powerful for HR management and the directors to actually see, okay, well, let's take a look overall from a talent pool perspective. How many new candidates do we have this week? How many were hired? How many active jobs do we have? You've got the ability to filter on different time periods there as well, jobs posted, and new candidates as well. So you can look at it overall, and then you can look at it entirely by the specific jobs. And so we've got a view for jobs, and we've got also a view for the number of candidates in the pipeline there, and where people are coming in, which days they've been coming in, how many were applied. So you've got, really a lot of reporting capabilities in here just to understand your talent pool and applicant process. So that is a very, very quick demo of the product and its functionality. I hope this was really helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.